All right, halfway house, Sunday night, November 3rd. This is a 318 I got out of the 71 Plymouth Scamp. 3-speed from it was over there too. Bought the Scamp. It was a 71 two-door hardtop, 3 on the floor, 318 two-barrel. Hadn't ran in years. I asked the guy what the story was. His buddy had it. His buddy passed away. The wife had it, and she didn't know what the fuck it was or anything about it. So the dude went and did some work for the wife, and she gave him the car for payment or whatever. And at this point, he'd been sitting for a couple of years. So he said first thing he did was put a carburetor on it and a new electronic distributor with no ignition box or anything. So he said it never got spark, and he kind of just gave up on it. So I kind of rolled the dice and said, man, it's probably a good motor because, I mean, it's probably why it's not getting sparked and have a module. So anyway, I pulled the motor and trans out, and all the 3-speed parts, and put it on an A-body page or some shit. And the guy messaged me about 100 miles north of me, and he said, hey, made me an offer, and it was actually more than I paid for the car, and I got to keep all this shit. Honestly, I still probably sold it too cheap, but anyway, he got a good deal. I got my money back, and I got a motor and a trans and shifter and all that shit. So finally bought that 72 Dart 2-door hardtop. It was a slant 6 automatic. The motor was trashed from God knows how long ago, like 10, 15 years ago, and the lady that I got it from never did anything with it. So finally snagged that thing. I've got the conversion motor mounts. I've got a 4-barrel intake and carb for it. I'm going to put a small cam in it, headers, just normal shit like that. I do have a brand new clutch over there. I can't remember if the flywheel was done yet or not, but anyway, so I got pretty much everything to put this in a 72 Dart. So I started cleaning this thing up, and it was a million different colors, yellow and blue and yellow, and this is silver, not aluminum heads, but they painted them silver. And then it had a lime green intake. But anyway, so once I got it, I kind of rolled the dice, like I said, and hoped it was a good motor. And I pulled the valve covers off. Man, it's so fucking clean under there. And I pulled the intake, and it's super well. You can see some grass and shit I got in there. But I'm gonna take it apart, reseal it, go through it, put a cam, timing chain, water pump, fuel pump. Probably go ahead and do new alternator, all that kind of bullshit. While it's all apart, and before it goes in the car, anyways. So I think this is probably a good motor. It's ugly, but it'll be clean once I get it all cleaned up and shit. But anyway, I actually scored a 4-speed too, so I think I'm gonna put the 4-speed behind this. And I was cruising around when I was sick, a couple months ago. I was cruising around, and because I was so bored, I had to get out of the house, man. But couldn't, didn't really feel like working, so I just cruised around, looked for old cars. Found a 72 Duster, gold Duster. Posted on Facebook because I knew a couple of my buddies lived in that neighborhood to see if they knew anything about it. And one of my buddies like, hey, I talked to that guy, and he does want to sell it. They've had it since it was new. Their son drove it in the 90s. Trans went out. It's been sitting ever since. So the son can't find the title or the keys, but he's working on it. Whatever, he'll let you know. So anyway, I had a couple hours just killed the other day. So I drove back by over there, and the guy was outside, so I actually got to talk to him. And he's supposed to give me a call. But it's a gold Duster, man. It's 318 auto. It's really not that bad. It's not nice or anything, but be a cool little beater. So I'm hoping the motor's still good in it, even though the trans is trash. So I think I'm going to put the 4-speed behind this 318 and put the 3-speed behind the 318 and the Duster, and maybe have 2 A-bodies going the next couple months. That would be cool. That's really about it. Been cleaning up the shop. Probably doesn't look like it, but built my welding table finally. Kind of got some of this shit semi-organized. What else? Got the Hemi G56 flywheel resurfaced. I was about to, I forgot I had a doctor's appointment on Monday, but I planned on pulling this trans on Monday. So I had to push that back, and then just totally slipped my mind, but I forgot I never did get flywheel bolts for it, so I scrambled. Luckily the dealer had them. They were pretty cheap, but yeah, I got some flywheel bolts now. because I would have sucked to pull it apart and then realized I can't put it back together because I don't have the right fucking bolts. Yeah, I got the G56 over here, got all the parts for it, brand new clutch, you know, throwout bearing, fork, pilot bearing, hydraulics, starter. I mean, all that shit's brand new. I got Gorilla Juice for it. I don't even know where that shit is. It's around here somewhere, I guess. It was like $150 for whatever it is, 6 or 8 or 7 quarts, or however many they take. Yeah, now I got the pedals up there for it. Have everything for that swap, except drive shaft. So, this is actually a Cummins one, but this is the flange that's for the 2-wheel drive. And so I don't have the flange for the drive shaft side, so I'm gonna have to find that. I got all the plastics finally. You know, the 4 console shifter goes in there. Yeah, so that'd be pretty cool. I'd like to get that done in the next month or so, but I need to do the windshield wiper linkage on that truck first. So I assume this truck will be down for a couple weeks. So yeah, I need to swap that. I have the bushings, I just need to pull it all apart and do it. And then I got the Dana 80. I don't know if you can really see it. Disc brake Dana 80 for the dually. So that'll be cool. Get all that shit done. Because the brakes just suck so bad on that fucking dually. So yeah, making progress, especially with this nice weather. It's probably, well, I don't know, 55 degrees, 50 degrees maybe. No wind for once. It's fucking nice. But yeah, so that's the plan. I'll probably make another video once I get it cleaned up. Like I said, I'm gonna put a small cam and, you know, timing chain and headers and 4-barrel on it. Because my Duster ran good and it was all stock, 2-barrel, you know, with manifolds and shit. And it actually ran pretty good. So I think with a 4-speed, you know, and I'll probably do an Edelbrock 600 or, you know, something like that with a 4-barrel intake and, you know, that small cam should run pretty damn good. Yeah, I'd like to get that Duster. I'll probably just leave that one alone. That one actually already has headers on it. I might convert that one to 4-barrel and then put that 3-speed in there because I have another clutch and another flywheel in here somewhere. But anyway, yeah, it'd be cool to have some A-bodies running around here next couple months. We'll see. That's about it. I'll see y'all later.